Hello there, Internet, how are you? Fellow subscribers, my followers, and all the YouTube community in general. Greetings from Portugal. Today is Sunday, and after the keynote on the 9th, I'm not the kind of guy that wants to launch the video in the same day, because I like to watch, other tech channels and some blogs and everything. And of course I have my opinion after the keynote, my what I thought about that, my reaction, but I like to wait a little bit in order to my thoughts to come down and to be more rational about all that things. Also, I watch from some sites, some sites some YouTube channels that are not that kind of YouTube channels that are related to that have products to review, and that are it's Frugal Tech that I watched, and also Dave's It's Computer Forever. I watched that videos. It's a little bit of a rant of this new trend of technology, and I enjoy it too much. And I will leave the link in the description for that, for you to see that videos. Of course, as always, this is my YouTube channel and my opinion, and I know everyone has their opinion, so I don't know if this video will be well received or not by the Apple community that is in fact my main subscribers are from that area, because that's the operating system and the devices that I use. After seeing the keynote, and I had a video prior to the keynote, about 45 minutes prior to the keynote, that I was intended to launch to my channel, and it was the expectation and everything, of the launch of these new products that now we already know that they are true. The iPhone 6 and the one more thing that was a surprise of the iWatch. So my honest opinion, and not a rant, but something that I'm seeing in the years that are following the release of the iPhone 3G and 4 and the iPad, that kind of technology, that in fact it was more than evolutionary. Okay, the iPad, of course, it was a revolution on the kind that we consume media. Let's focus first on the iPhone 6. Okay, 6 or 6 Plus, that's a matter of taste. As always, I like to show what my phone is an iPhone 5S, okay? For the guys that are seeing for the first time, I tend to buy not every device that is released, okay? I tend to wait at least, 2 years. I'm not a contract guy, so I could, if I wanted, to buy a phone every year and be on the top of technology and all the good things, but I'm not that kind of guy. Okay, I like to to wear my technology, and in fact when everything becomes to be unresponsive, like the iPhone 4, it was my latest phone before the 5S, then I know that it's time to change. But this change, that's before talking about the iPhone 6, this change, I have to, the operating system that it's, of course, they are launching the iPhone, the iOS 4, the iOS 5, the iOS, I don't know the 6, the 7, the 8, and now the 8, you know, they tend to, I don't know, to tweak and to, you know, put your devices, your hard investment, because buying a phone now, if you want a premium phone, you have to spend at least 16 or no 16 600 or 700 or 800 for a device, a phone. Okay, this is a computer, of course, but you have to spend that kind of money. And if I was the kind of guy that will spend, you know, in a year basis a new phone, despite the fact that the market for Apple products, the second-hand market for Apple products, it's good. So, but you still lose money. Okay. And these tweaks that they make on the new iOS releases tend to put your devices, you know, slow and unresponsive, and to make you want to buy a new one. Okay, because you go to the store, you test, and then you say, oh, this is great, this is faster, this is in fact the greatest of the greatest, I have to buy it. Okay, but in fact, and I'm not an engineer, electronic engineer, informatic engineer, IT engineer. I'm not that kind of you know, that's not my profession. But, you know, for every iOS launch, you know, not the points, you know, the 7.1 or something like that, you know, when you skip from 7 to 8 or 6 to 7, you tend to know, and you know that your hardware tends to be unresponsive. And it's time to move, okay? And you put your iPhone or your Android, it's not my, you know, I don't know, but I think it's the same. Because, you know, what is the purpose of these big giants, you know, is to put you and buy, be on the top of technology. They always say something like the greatest, this is the device, the most perfect device we launch ever. Of course it is. Of course it is. It doesn't make a point for them to say, no, okay, this is the better, this is the perfect device that you have to own, okay? And of course, as a human being, you are compulsive and for the things you like, and you go and buy, you know? And fortunately, and perhaps because of the age, or perhaps because of my kind of thinking, you know, I like to be calm on that kind of things. Now, let's go to the main focus. Let's go to my thoughts, and before seeing the regular unboxings that I make also, the regular unboxings, the Geekbench and everything, and the cameras and all that kind of thing that you know. I will speak, in fact, the first thing, I was disappointed, okay? That's why I didn't launch the pre-event keynote video that I was intended to launch, okay? In fact, I was writing one thing, and that was I was expectant that Tim Cook or some other guy of the team will say one more thing, and that was good, you know. That was that kind of expression remind me of the old keynotes that made my eyes shine for a new category of product and everything, something revolutionary. Sorry. Now, I was disappointed, guys, in fact. Now I'm already again on 7.1.2. I was running already the Gold Master that was released by developers. It was running very, very well on this iPhone 5S. The only issue that I had is that because of the handoff and that continuity because of the receiving phone calls on the iPhone, on the iPad, and on your Mac. Something went wrong with my Bluetooth connectivity on my car, and I downgraded before the official release, and I'm on 7.1.2. But testing the Goldmaster iOS 8 on my iPhone 5s, it was working great with no flaws. It was quick. Okay, so I'm very happy about that, because regarding the iPhone 6, I don't see any point on buying it. I can be wrong, and I can make another video saying that I bought an iPhone 6. But looking at the spec, on the hardware, big screen. Okay, that's a copy paste on a response on to Samsung, to LG, and to the other manufacturers that are launching and are taking over the market on these portable devices from Apple. So they had to make that. And that was a disappointment, because Apple tends to follow their own, trends, and that was a disappointment. Okay, a bigger iPhone. But when I look at the 6, despite, of course, it will be thinner, it will be lighter. That was a given. Okay. But when I look at that and look at my iPhone, I like this form factor. Okay, I like this. Bigger, I have to wait, see. But I don't want to have a bigger phone. And I look at that and I think, well, and since I already tested iOS 8 here, it's like buying a product that is bigger. Okay. And runs the same iOS as this one, and this one runs perfectly the iOS 8, the iPhone 5s. Okay, 64-bit architecture, this one has it. Okay, it's M7, doesn't have the co-processor M8 or the M8 processor, or the co-processor M8. I don't know. I don't have anything on a script. I'm not with an iPad reading all the things. It's all on my mind. So regarding the 64-bit architecture, when they announced it last year on the iPhone 5s, they told the M7, the 64-bit architecture, all that kind of goodness, and honestly, I'm still using the same things that I used it on my iPhone 4. Okay, and 64-bit architecture right now, I don't see on what I use, the apps that I use, any advantage. So for me, guys, new generation 64-bit M8 processor, I don't give a damn. Sorry about the words. I'll be direct to the business. Another thing, the camera. Okay, again, 8 megapixels. I don't care about the megapixels. I know that our technology that tends to, improve the sensor. That's the most important thing. And my iPhone, regarding pictures and video at 1080p, it's great. It's awesome. Okay, so big disappointment, since they are launching the trend to to make it bigger and to go again corresponding. Now it's not the competition that is going following Apple. I saw in these keynotes, and this is my opinion, that Apple is following the competition. Okay, the direct competition, Samsung, LG, okay, the main ones, and that was a disappointment. Okay, that was a disappointment. I was expecting a 4K camera, but I know why they didn't launch that. I know, and I will tell you why. It's because they will launch the iPhone 6 Plus, the iPhone 6s, I suppose, and they will put the 4K camera. Okay. And that was the main issue that I in fact was thinking buying a new phone, not for the bigger screen but for the 4K capabilities, because I want, you know, I'm expecting for the lowing, this is the normal 27 inches Apple Cinema display, the 2K one, okay, and I have a Mac Pro there. So I was expectant to see the 4K, but you know, when they said, oh, no, it's a 1080p with some more tweaks and everything, and optical stabilization only on the 6 Plus. I don't want a brick. That's my opinion, guys. Again, my opinion. I don't want a brick. You know, I have an iPad Air, and honestly, my iPad Air, if I see now, it's a device that I take sometimes out, but honestly, it's to be on the couch or in the bed and see some media consumption in that. So it's a good device. I like it. Okay, but you know, going backwards and starting to think when we invest in products, and these keynotes tend to, you know, to put your eyes shine, you know, that's a theater, you know, that's marketing. And for the regular consumer, as I am, tend to, you know, go and I want it now. I want it for yesterday, you know, but that's not me now, okay? So regarding that iPhone 6, guys, no. And if you go and see again the keynote, there wasn't so many excitement on that, you know, when they speak on the iPhone 6. No, I noticed that wasn't the bright on their eyes, you know, and everything, because, you know, they know better than we, you know. That is for the regular consumer, the guy that wants to, you know, buy it right now and be on the top of technology. They launch a small tweaks, a bigger screen. They say that the camera is this and that, and you have the same, okay? And they, of course, on the iOS 8, on the, you know, the next releases of iOS 8, the iOS 8.1, 0.2, 0.3, your iPhone 5S or your iPhone 5 will tend to be slower. So guys, no, big disappointment, you know. When you buy it, you know already, and this is, and I'm focusing on the words that the Computer Forever channel from Dave, and also Frugal Tech Bruce said, when you buy a product, you already are losing money, and in 2 or 3 months it will be obsolete, because the media, you know, this copy-paste media are already talking on the new releases of the iPhone and everything. So guys, honestly, it was a big disappointment. Regarding the design, it was a disappointment also. So in fact, the rumors and the leaks, you know, all that bands for the antennas and everything, I don't like the phone, okay? That's it. I don't like the phone, and it's I will not spend the money on that phone. No. I don't want a bigger screen. It's okay for me. This is okay for me, for my work, to see the things that I normally use. I use iPhones for several years now, and I know from my point of view what I'm talking about. Now, iWatch. Again, they were talking that it was on the pipeline for several years, and they were, you know, developing the greatest and the best, and already Samsung released it, and LG, and you know, and the Pebble Watch and everything. And yeah, when you look at that, you know, I tended to use a watch, you know, and I bought a good watch But since the phone, you know, I only use my watch for, you know, formal reasons and you know, big meetings and everything, something that I have to use a suit and a tie and everything, you know. It's a piece of jewelry for the man, you know, and that's, you know, that's the kind of society that we live. But I don't use my watch. And honestly, the watch, since it will be paired with your phone, you have two devices, and they are always talking, you know, to have one device that does it well, all. And now they are going to the wearables and putting a phone on your wrist again. And, you know, that will be a watch. That will be a watch, you know. You have your phone. You will look at your phone. You know, look. When you see a notification, okay, a small notification, you can respond. But I honestly agree that you will pick your phone to see all the text and everything, and the things that you will do on the phone, not on your wrist. No camera, nothing. Okay, it will be great if you can speak. Okay, you are in the couch, your phone is here on the house. You are in the couch, you are with your watch, or you are in the car or whatever, and you can be like this with your hands in the wheel, and you can talk like this. Okay, that will be good. Okay, video conferencing. Well, I don't know if you can do that on the car. I suppose not. Sorry, but you understand what I'm talking. So, guys, this is in fact not a rant, but a disappointment. You know, this is to keep consumers, you know, buying and feeding these huge companies, multinational companies, you know, capitalism, you know, consume. It's like cars, you know, it's like cars. I'm 40, and I remember my father, my parents, you know, and my grandfathers and everything. The cars tend to be, and they are a huge investment, and they tend to be something that you buy, and it's too, you know, it's a long time for you to buy another one, you know. And nowadays people are how can I say this without messing around with you guys, is people are always they are always unhappy with what they have. They will buy something like a phone or like something, and perhaps 3 months from now or 2 months is, yeah, okay, the money is gone. And the cars are like that, you know. You buy a car, you don't need it, but okay, the marketing, you know, factory tells you this is the greatest, this is you have to go, you know, and you see some tweaks, some evolution, something, you know. It is worth to spend your money, you know, in something that it will not give you the you know, the big advantages that you want, you know. Something that is in fact a revolution, and it will be good for your productivity, you know. So guys, to end this video that is long enough as always, no, I'm not impressed. It was a big disappointment. I'm not talking about the streaming, because that can happen, but I'm talking about all this excitement, all these things, and I'm seeing that Apple, despite the fact that I love some kinds, you know, the Mac Pro for me, it was, you know, I like it, I bought it, not because it is a Mac Pro and is powerful and everything, but I bought it for that, of course, for productivity, but because it was in fact different. It was, for me, design, it was, and Apple is that, you know, it's evolution, you know, but also design. And I saw the iPhone 6, I didn't like it. I saw the Apple Watch, not iWatch, but Apple Watch, and I said, no, okay, no. I will not tell you that perhaps I will try and see if it is something that I like, but all these years that I'm using a smartphone, I don't use a phone for nothing, you know. It's tell me one thing, it's difficult to, you have to be with your phone every day, you know. And it is so difficult to take your phone out of your pocket and see it, and see the notifications and everything. It is difficult to make that. Well, for me not. For me, I use, when I go out, I take my phone. You know, I take my phone. This is a smartphone, but I take my phone since they weren't smart, and the only ability that you have is to make and receive phone calls. So guys, this is what I think. I think Apple right now, and all that applause, the Apple Watch and everything. I know it was Tim Cook moment, okay, a new kind of product, a new kind of product for Apple, because the watches are here for, you know, 1 or 2 years or more, and guys, it was the same. I don't know what kind of comments I will have in this video, since I'm an Apple enthusiast, but I had to demonstrate my, you know, my disappointment for, you know, I'm starting to get, you know, without any patience to see these keynotes and to see the same of the same, you know, the same of the same. And I'm really unhappy that Apple is not that I have anything against. I will take my hat for the competition right now, you know, because they were able to get a market that Apple didn't have, you know, the bigger screens and everything, you know, that consumer that, and made Apple turn around and follow the competition, and I don't like that. I take my hat to the Samsung, to the LG, to all the other manufacturers for Android, the HTC and everything, the Moto X, because in fact they did it. And I hope there is products for everyone, but in my case I'm disappointed, and I will not spend my money. I have my money to spend on other things that are more relevant than feed companies that are not giving me added value at all with these new releases. Okay, so guys, sorry for this kind of video, but I think this is the best way to communicate and to tell you what I think. Leave your comments, good or bad. I will read them all. Put your thumbs up if you like it, put your thumbs down if you didn't, and that's the way in life. All the best from Portugal, and I hope to see you on another video. Bye bye.